POV Italian Cooking, where you see cooking from my point of view. Today we're making something that we made in a previous episode, but we're making it a little bit different. We're going to make a roasted Brussels sprout. Before I did it was a pan-seared Brussels sprout that was finished in the oven. This is a little easier because you just cut it up, season it, throw it in the oven. Couldn't be easier. Brussels sprouts, great side dish, goes with pretty much any pasta. That's why we're making it today. So, without further ado, let's get started on our little green balls of flavor. Alright, it's time to take a look at our ingredients for our Brussels sprouts. So what we've got is 6 ounces of pancetta, of course the star of our dish, the Brussels sprouts, salt, pepper, balsamic vinegar, and olive oil. So what we're going to do, again, this is such a simple recipe. This is a pan roasted Brussels sprout. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to break away, we're going to come back, and we're going to get our Brussels sprouts ready. Time to prep our Brussels sprouts. Prepping Brussels sprouts is really, really easy. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of cut off that end, off of all of them, like so. Being very careful is not to cut your finger. Once we have our ends all cut off, all we're going to do is cut them in two, like so. We're going to do that to all of them and just put them in our bowl for now. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these. We'll be back. So I have finished prepping our Brussels sprouts. So now it's time to start on our pancetta. Again, pancetta is really just Italian bacon. It's not smoked, but it is aged. You want about half a pound. Preferably you want more of a medium to a thick slice. We do have a great Italian market here in Columbus, but I just didn't have time to run up because it's kind of on the north side. I live on the south side. So what I have here is thin sliced pancetta from the deli at Kroger's. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut this up just into, just kind of chop it up a little bit. What we do is while our Brussels sprouts are baking in the oven, we're going to crisp this up on the stove, render the fat out of it. We take our Brussels sprouts out of the oven, we put them in a pan, and we pour the fat and the pancetta pieces over top of the Brussels sprouts before we serve them. So all we're going to do, like so, is just slice this up. Make sure we don't cut our fingers. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to throw this back in the refrigerator until it's time to get it out and finish it up. Chop it up like so. We don't want great big chunks in our Brussels sprouts. That's probably good enough. There we go. So I'm going to throw this in the refrigerator. Okay, now it is time to get our pancetta rendering, and then we are going to get our Brussels sprouts ready to go. Again, this is just, you really want about a half a pound of thick cut, or at least medium cut pancetta ideally. What we've got here is 6 ounces of thin cut. We're just going to let this kind of crisp up, and this is going to really be a garnish for our Brussels sprouts. So while that is crisping up, browning away, we're going to get over and finish up our Brussels sprout. Our Brussels sprouts, all we're going to do is put them on our pan. Now we'll have our oven preheated to 425 degrees. You want to make sure we get these just kind of at a one layer, like so, single layer, going them on top of one another. We are going to drizzle with olive oil, like so. Good coating of olive oil on there because, nectar of the gods, right? Coffee and olive oil. We are going to salt. We are going to pepper. Then we are going to put a little bit of balsamic vinegar on these. Balsamic will, of course, sweeten them up a little bit and add another layer of flavor. That should be, my pepper grinder sucks. I gotta get an electric one to make these quicker for you guys. Alright, there's our pepper. Now, balsamic, we're just gonna drizzle a little bit of balsamic on them. Yeah, boy, that was more than a drizzle, wasn't it? Just make sure we get it on there. Oh my, it smells powerful. There we go. oven, 425, 15 minutes. Oven's preheated. Pop that in. Set our timer. Start. And you see here our pancetta. Want to get it all kind of broken up. And broken up and brown. And that grease and the pancetta itself will serve as a garnish. Yum, yum, yum. All right, I'm gonna get this browned up. See how much noise I can make. And once this is brown, we'll come back. Okay, you can see that our pancetta is starting to brown up for us real good. We want it good and crisp. So I'm just gonna keep letting it go here until it is all nice and crisp. And then we'll just kind of take it out, set it aside until our Brussels sprouts are ready to go. Our Brussels sprouts are done. Here we go, look at that, wow. So let's take them over here. You can hear them kind of sizzling. So what we're gonna do is just go ahead and put these in a bowl, like so. And then over this, we will sprinkle our pancetta that we browned up. Wow, they smell really, really, really good. Here we go. Now we're gonna take our pancetta, our nice crispy pancetta, and just kind of pour that over. Now what I'm gonna do, I want that fat to get on there as well, like so. And I'm gonna grab a spoon and kind of stir this together, but you guys get the idea. Yum yum for the tum tum. Okay, let's kind of stir our pancetta down in our Brussels sprouts, and we're just gonna plate this and give it a taste because it looks really good. Just want the pancetta to get down in there, nice and steamy hot. Look at that. So I'm gonna get this plated. Let's try a little bit of it here real quick. There we go, look at that. I'm gonna grab a fork, be right back. So there are our Brussels sprouts with pancetta. Let's give this a try. A little tough, but honestly, I like the pan-seared and then roasted Brussels sprouts that we did in an earlier episode. These are all right. Nothing to write home about. So, thanks for watching POV Italian Cooking. Don't forget to connect with us on Facebook. Go to YouTube and subscribe. Yeah, I'm talking with my mouth full. So again, thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Ciao.